for you. When Maurice Ferre, the mayor of Miami, and Mayor Steerheimer, the county manager down in Miami, in Dade County, says, Dr. Hanson, would you please come down here and help us in Miami? We had 3 race riots down there since the 1960s. Come down here and help us stop some of these problems. And I said, you got a black city manager down there, Howard Gary now. He's in Jet magazine every week bragging about he's the only black city manager in America. Why don't you ask him to do something? They said, well, would you come down and help us? So what I did, I provided $10 million for him. I took $9 million out of a fund for the Department of Commerce and another $1 million from the Department of Labor, and set up a revolving loan fund in Miami called Miami Citywide and Miami Capital, and send it down there so black people can go in there and get access to money to start businesses in the city of Miami. That money went down like in October. When I got down there, then they called me and said, "Why I'm working?" I said, "Why?" They said, "You had to come down and check." I went down and checked, and Cubans had taken it over by June, and they had put out 27 loans to Cubans, took the program from the blacks. So my white friends, Mayor Maurice Ferre, who's a good buddy, and Mayor Steerheimer said, "Come down and help us." I went down there and I said, "What do you want me to do?" I said, "Why don't the city manager do something?" He said, "You go talk to him." I went over to Howard Gary, the city manager in Miami, and I met him in front of the city hall. And I said, "Howard, why don't you do something to help these black folk? Look at all these houses are slum infested. They're leaning and falling down. People standing on rocks to get in the house. Rats running all over the place." I walked into them. You could see all the way upstairs, a big hole, all the way up to the toilets and the bathrooms up next door. Do something to these people. Give them some jobs. And now why don't you help black folk? He said, "Dr. Hanson, let's get one thing straight." He said, "I am not a black city manager." He says, "I am a good city manager. And why should I go out of my way to offend whites and Hispanics and Cubans to do something for black folk?" I said, "If you don't know, I'm not going to tell you. But I said, the first chance I get, I'm taking you out of this office. You can count on that." And by 1988, I had him out of there.